Hi guys, I'm Roger Knowles and welcome to the Always Games TV news update. Welcome to part 2 of Weapons in Days Gone. If you haven't seen part 1, don't worry, I'll leave a link in the description down below. In this video I'm going to focus on the E3 2017 gameplay demo shown during Sony's press conference and the alternative route gameplay demo. The first weapon I want to focus on is the Sawn-Off Shotgun that Deacon St. John uses while he's on his motorbike. He uses this when a pack of freaker dogs are chasing him on his bike. When one of the dogs leaps for him, a R1 button prompt appears and Deacon shoots the dog. The camera angle then moves to show the dog's body falling and rolling away. At this point, Deacon is knocked off his bike by a trap laid out by some opposing gang members. I'm not sure if this shift in the camera movement is a game mechanic or if it was intentional in the demo to show a dramatic dismount of Deacon. The next weapon Deacon uses is a bear trap. He actually gathered this from a gang member's defences that they have laid out under a corpse of a hanging freaker. Maybe they planted it there to trick you into taking a look at the corpse, or to trap another freaker who thinks he could have an easy meal. Anyway, Deacon disarms the trap and places it next to a sign. He then throws a stone against the sign to catch a guard's attention, who wanders over and steps on the bear trap. The other gang members rush over to help him and, most importantly, silence him. They have no luck, so they shoot him. However, the shot rings out and a horde of freakers move in. The C4 that Deacon uses is something that we covered in the last video. However, this one looks a little bit more like dynamite. Maybe it's just been an updated asset since it's been a year since the previous demo. Also, what's different about this compared to the last is that he actually uses a trigger to make it explode, rather than in the last demo where it seemed to just go off on its own. Anyway, Deacon uses it not only to destroy the gang's defensive wall, but to attract the freaker horde just on the other side, which rushes into the gang's base when it explodes. Now, the alternative route of this demo shows off a few new weapons. The first is a metal pipe that he uses as a melee weapon to take down a gang member. He soon after swaps to an axe that he finds buried into a corpse's head. Like I said in the previous video, I believe these melee weapons can only be used a set amount of times. I say this because in the previous video he drops the axe after about 5 or 6 swings. There doesn't seem to be an indicator though on how many attacks you have left with the melee weapon. This could change however in the final game. When Deacon starts to move around the gang's camp, he starts using his crossbow. He uses it the first time to silently shoot a chain that is holding a freaker to a tree. He shoots the freaker loose and the freaker then attacks a gang member who is taunting it. The one thing I do want to point out is that it looks as if Ben's studio has changed the UI representing the weapons on screen. It no longer is in the lower right like in the previous demo, but now in the lower left. The amount of ammo that you have is shown with a visual indicator on how much is left in the current clip. It also shows what your secondary and melee weapons are. I'm presuming this blue and green bar is a health and maybe a stamina bar, but I'll hopefully get into that in a separate video. In this video we also get to see a weapon wheel for the first time. From this menu you can craft more bolts for your crossbow. Hopefully we'll find out more info about the UI as time goes on. Deacon then rushes over and grabs a guard's sniper rifle, which interestingly doesn't make him drop his crossbow. This might mean you don't get to keep enemies' weapons and only get to use them while they still have ammo. The sniper rifle he picks up has a suppressor and you can zoom with the scope. Then all hell breaks loose. He runs over and grabs an enemy's assault rifle, which looks similar to an AK. The shooting mechanics look very similar to the Uncharted series shooting style. When Deacon runs out of ammo for the AK, he then drops that and picks up a hunting rifle called the Badlands Big Game Rifle. And the sound of the rifle does sound really satisfying, which I know sounds sadistic, but it really does. Hopefully in time we'll find out more about the info about the different types of weapons that are available. Also how you can gain access to said weapons so you can carry them around all the time rather than picking them up off dead bodies, and the different ways you can modify them. And that covers everything we know so far about the weapons currently shown in Days Gone demos. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm Roger Knowles, this is Always Games TV, and I will hopefully see you in the next video. Bye guys.